A day like any other. It was a typical Tuesday morning at Marshall Engineering Corp., one of the most prestigious robotics companies in the country. Located in a sleek glass building in downtown Chicago, the atmosphere inside was anything but casual. Engineers shuffled through blueprints, managers barked orders, and the company's latest prototype, a multi-million-dollar automated assembly machine, was undergoing final testing before mass deployment. It was supposed to be just another day of pushing boundaries in industrial automation. 2. Maria the janitor. Maria Hernandez had worked at the company for over 12 years. To most, she was just the janitor. Every morning she arrived before the staff, cleaned the offices, and quietly disappeared before the lunch rush. She never made a fuss and was almost invisible to the corporate machinery she helped keep spotless. But today was different. Her 17-year-old daughter, Lily, was accompanying her. Not out of need, but curiosity. It was spring break, and instead of going on vacation, Lily wanted to see where her mom worked. 3. Lily's quiet fascination. As Maria moved from room to room, Lily stayed close, her eyes wide with awe. She had always been passionate about robotics and technology, often staying up late at night, rebuilding old circuit boards and studying online programming courses. She had never seen real industrial robotics up close, and this was her dream environment. She didn't speak much, just observed, eyes darting from schematics on walls to the humming heart of the production floor. The catastrophic glitch. Everything changed around 10:47 a.m. A sharp screech echoed from the production floor. The prototype assembly machine, codenamed Vantech 9, had suddenly halted mid-operation. Alarms blared, lights flashed, and the engineers scrambled to understand what went wrong. This machine was supposed to revolutionize their production pipeline, and its failure meant a potential loss of millions. Not to mention embarrassment if the upcoming press demonstration failed. The joke that changed everything. As chaos unfolded, a young intern, trying to lighten the mood, joked, "Hey, why not let the janitor's daughter take a crack at it?" The engineers chuckled nervously. It was an offhand comment, never meant to be taken seriously. But Lily heard it. With a surprising calmness, she stepped forward. "Actually, I might be able to help," she said softly. Everyone turned to look at her, stunned. 6. Shocked silence. The engineers exchanged awkward glances. Who was this girl? Some rolled their eyes. But then the CEO, Mr. Donovan Crane, who had just arrived on the floor, broke the silence. He had a sharp eye for talent and curiosity about what this bold teenager might do. "Go ahead," he said with a slight smirk. "Let's see what she's got." 7. Into the machine's brain. Lily approached the control panel. She didn't hesitate. Her fingers flew across the interface, navigating through complex diagnostics like someone twice her age. She accessed the system logs and quickly identified a critical error. A miswritten recursive function causing the entire assembly loop to stall. It was a simple fix for someone who understood systems logic, but it required out-of-the-box thinking. She opened the back-end console and began rewriting the code. 8. A heartbeat restored. She finished the patch and hit execute. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then the machine whirred back to life. Green lights blinked into sequence, and Vantech 9 resumed its work, smoother than before. The room was silent for a moment, not because of malfunction, but because everyone was stunned. 9. The revelation. Mr. Crane walked up to her slowly. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily Hernandez," she replied. "I've been studying robotics since I was 13. Mostly self-taught. My mom couldn't afford classes, so I learned online." The crowd's mood shifted. What had just happened wasn't luck. It was talent, hidden in plain sight. 10. Maria's tears. In the back of the room, Maria stood frozen, her eyes filled with tears. She had always known her daughter was special, but now the world was seeing it too. People who had never spoken to her were now shaking her hand, congratulating her. She didn't need recognition, just this moment. 11. The CEO's offer. The CEO turned back to Lily. "We'd like to offer you a full scholarship to any tech institution of your choice, fully sponsored by Marshall Engineering, and if you want it, There's a paid internship waiting for you this summer. Gasps and applause filled the room. Lily looked at her mom. Maria nodded through her tears. 12th. A new chapter begins. News of the event spread quickly. Articles were written. Lily's story went viral. She became a symbol of hidden genius, of how talent has no uniform or social class. A year later, she walked back into Marshall Engineering, this time in an engineer's coat, her name on the door. 13. The legacy of one moment. Sometimes life changes in an instant. A joke, a glitch, and a teenager's bold step forward reshaped not only her future, but the way an entire company thought about people like her. Maria still works there, not because she has to, but because she's proud of where it all started. And Lily? She's designing the next generation of machines, the same kind that once failed, only to be revived by a janitor's daughter. Book.